Good evening everyone, I am Darling Grita from Basic Science 2 and we have given an activity that we will choose one organism that cause disease. So I chose bacteria. Now for today's video, we will discuss about the history, the overview, the development, the characteristics, and the shapes of bacteria. Let's proceed to the overview first. Bacteria are microscopic single-celled organisms. They are among the earliest known life forms on Earth. There are thousands of different kinds of bacteria and they live in every conceivable environment all over the world. They live in soil, in seawater, and deep within the Earth's crust. Next is the history. So bacteria have existed from very early in the history of life on Earth. Bacteria fossils discovered in rocks date from at least the Devonian period, which is 419.2 to 358.9 million years ago. And there are convincing arguments that bacteria have been present since early Precambrian time, about 3.5 billion years ago. Let us know what disease was first discovered to be caused by bacteria. So Koch's first important discovery was an anthrax. Anthrax is a serious infectious disease caused by rod-shaped bacteria known as Bacillus anthracis. So now, what are the other diseases that is caused by bacteria? Bacteria cause many common infections such as pneumonia, wound infections, bloodstream infections, and sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, and have also been responsible for several major diseases. Let's proceed to the development of the bacteria. So how do bacteria grow and develop? Bacteria grow to a fixed size and then reproduce through binary fission, which is a form of asexual reproduction. Bacteria can grow and divide rapidly. Different kinds of bacteria need different amount of oxygen to survive. Various types of bacteria thrive at different temperatures. So earlier, we have been discussed the overview of the bacteria, the history of the bacteria, the diseases that was caused by bacteria, and the development of bacteria. Now, let's proceed to the characteristics of bacteria. I think many of you guys have been thinking, what are the characteristics common to all bacteria? And now I will discuss it one by one. First is the single cell. The most straightforward characteristic of bacteria is their existence as single-cell organisms. Most bacteria, archaeans, and Eurobacteria spend their entire life cycle as independent single cells. 2. We have the absent organelles. So bacteria lack a nucleus and complex organelles within their cells. This is not to say that bacteria do not possess internal organization, as their DNA is often sequestered into a region of bacterial cell known as nucleoid. Number 3, plasma membranes. So while plasma membranes are common throughout other living cells, these membranes are not a feature of bacteria. Again, plasma membranes are not a feature of bacteria. The absence of internal organelles relegates many functions that occur within eukaryotic cells to occur on plasma membrane of bacteria. We have the number 4, which is cell wall. This cell wall envelopes bacteria cell, providing strength and preventing rupture in changing environments. 5, we have the DNA. So both archaeans and Eurobacteria possess a single circular chromosome and the DNA sequence much shorter than that found in eukaryotes. The shorter the DNA sequence may partially reduce complexity of bacterial cells, but results from reduced presence of introns. So introns are the segments of the gene that is removed during translation of DNA into protein. Bacteria are much smaller than plant or animal cells. So now we will discuss the 3 basic shapes of bacteria. First is the round or spear-shaped bacteria. A coccus, plural cocci, is any bacterium or archaeon that has a spherical, ovoid, or generally round shape. So cocci can grow in pairs, chains, or clusters depending on their orientation and attachment during cell division. So most cocci bacteria do not have flagella and are non-motile. 2, we have the rod-shaped bacteria. So a bacillus or a bacilliform bacterium is a rod-shaped bacterium or archaeon. Bacilli are found in many different taxonomic groups of bacteria. Bacilli usually divide in same plane and can be solitary but can combine and form Diplobacilli, Streptobacilli, and Coccobacillus. So what are the difference between the three? So Diplobacilli is the two bacilli arranged side by side with each other, while Streptobacilli is the bacilli arranged in chains, and the last is the Coccobacillus, meaning it is an oval and similar to coke. And at the least, we have the number 3, spiral-shaped bacteria. So spiral bacteria or bacteria of spiral helical shape form the third major morphological category of prokaryotes along with the rod-shaped bacilli and round cocci. So spiral bacteria can be subclassified by the number of whorls per cell, then the cell thickness, the cell flexibility, and motility. So the two types of spiral cells are spirillum and spirochete. So that's all. Thank you.